What's up booktube? I'm Yu and welcome back to my channel. So anyway, today's video is all about my favorite magical books. I'll be showing you or recommending to you some of my favorite magical stories. Some of them has a little less magic in them than the rest, but most of these are or has magical elements in them. The first book I want to show you guys is Cinderella or The Little Glass Slipper by Charles Perrault, and this one is illustrated by Camille Reyes Garcia. I absolutely adore the illustrations in this book. It's the normal Cinderella, but the illustrations are kind of, I don't know, dark. It's really pretty and it's easy to read. I mean, look how gorgeous. The next book I have is one of my favorite series of all time, and that is Cinder by Marissa Meyer, or actually the entire Lunar Chronicles series. I really highly recommend this series for anyone who loves fairy tales or retellings of fairy tales. I know most people have read the Lunar Chronicles, but I still highly recommend this book and this entire series because it's just magnificent. It's one of those books when you start reading you can't put it down. The next book I got here is actually a children's book, but who cares? That never stopped me. I still read my children's books. And that is Percy Jackson by Rick Riordan, and this also the entire series and the Heirs of the Olympus series. Anything to do with Percy Jackson I've recommended to you. So if you don't know what Percy Jackson is based off Greek mythology and there is magic in it. That's why I said not everything is magic. Like this is more about the Greek gods and their powers and stuff. I don't know if that counts as magic. I can't remember. But I really do recommend reading the entire Percy Jackson series or anything by Rick Riordan. The next book I have is so obvious. How can you make a video of magic and not have this book in it? That is Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. Most people have read them, but not everyone. Like I've only finished the entire series last year. As a kid growing up, my family told me it's Satan's book, so I was never allowed to read it. Then I have A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. This book is actually more of a dream type thing, but to me it feels like there's a touch of magic in it, and I believe that this book should be in this magical list. This book really makes you feel. This book gives you all of the feels and you will not regret reading this book. The next book I have is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Roche. I still need to get the other books in this series. I've only read the first one, but it was really good and I recommend this to anyone. It is quite big. Well, it looks small on camera, but it's big in real life. It's quite bulky, but it's really it's so good. Like, oh, I really love this book and I really think more people should read this. I feel like it's kind of fallen off of the radar lately. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about this anymore, so I think the hype is gone now, but I still think this is an amazing book and more people should read this. Then I have one of my all-time favorites, and that is The Hobbit, J.R.R. Tolkien, and this is a classic. This is absolutely one of the best books, and I understand why it's still a classic and why people still read it after how many years. It's a really good book, and I really recommend this to every single person ever who is alive, and even the dead ones like ghosts. You can read this too. This is a really good book and I want everyone to read this. I really love The Hobbit. Although if you do struggle with dense books, you might struggle with that since it's high fantasy and not a lot of people can read high fantasy. I know I struggle sometimes. The next book is the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. Although this book does have a lot of magic, so that's good. I really do recommend this to everyone. If you watch the movie or the series, the book is way better than those. Those absolutely suck compared to the book. People in real life who read this and they liked it, so I'm really glad about that. And I don't know, I'm really obsessed with this series. Still want to marry Simon. Simon is my bae. The next book I have is Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. This entire series is actually amazing. I've only read until Queen of Shadows. I haven't read the other ones yet, Empire of Storms yet, but I will. It's on my list of books that I need to read ASAP. But oh, this is so good. Once you start reading these books, you can't stop. Like, you fall in love with the characters. And the writing is so good. It's one of those books that you can just sit down and read the entire series in one sitting. Then our last magical book I have today is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. I didn't really know if this book counts as magical. I feel like Alice in Wonderland is on drugs and she is in some kind of coma. I don't know. This book is actually really weird, but I feel like it's magical. Maybe it is magical. I don't know. The things that happen in this book is quite unreal, so I feel like it's magical. So I highly recommend Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will upload as soon as I can. Thanks so much. Love you. Bye.